started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Hell no, I got 8 and 5. I got 15 and 8. 5 already on that board. Hell no.
You got it?
I don't give a fuck if I don't got it or you got it. I'm not
first down with
Nikki, the only reason she did that is because she wasn't Nick really did that
play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
She feel like she do it to me. I'm like, just be. She knows it is releasing. That's Nick.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
I ain't closing no game.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Moss out of the backfield.
What game you got?
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
That's how shy he is.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Oh, wait, Nick Lyle, I'm
in
sorry.
Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Completes it right side to Cooper. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, it's Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Complete. Steven Sims Jr., 81 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He will find his big tight end over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. It's Moss complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Now Pollard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any of
it got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Washington. Nyheim Hines with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue. But to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys nothing.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. it's Haskins. This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
The ball carrier.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They run with Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Whoa, he just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rosen. Looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now it's Hines. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They go play action now. Haskins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. From the gun, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Play action, Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, you stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They go play action with Haskins. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throw. Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Dwayne Haskins taking it in. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rosen. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
Lining up for the extra point.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Rosen. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
16-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. Rosas' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They run again with Hines. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nyheim Hines, 36 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. They'll run with Pollard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And now it's Rosen looking. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Results in a 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Down Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Hines. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. Touchdown, Washington. Nyheim Hines, 62 yards. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle it, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
2-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Here we go. It's Rosen on fourth down. Now this is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely, at this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Gain of 15. First down, Washington.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. A A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
First down.
From the 32 now. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
7 at the 28-yard line.
Run for Pollard. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. 20. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, 1-0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. On play action, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his